history remembers. Kingz, your kids will live to tell by my legacy. Say giants walk the earth, I'll be there every day. My angel wings up on my Chevy, swear my swag was heaven sent.
What it do? It's your boy Dezo. This is Kingz Talk Podcast. And in the motherfucking house with me tonight, I got a special guest, my nigga, my country cousin, Steph Simon in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get a round of applause for my nigga on that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get a round of applause for my boy for this motherfucker, man. I'm telling you, bro. I can't tell you how much of a fucking blessing I feel like it is for you to be here, bro.
Thank you.
And also, it's gonna be a curse for you. But a good one.
Let's go.
Cause you know you my nigga. You know what I'm saying? We gonna definitely keep it straight up.
Without the positive.
Man, how you been doing though?
I'm great, bro. I'm everything. I'm feeling optimistic.
I mean, is you still everything us?
Everything is always us, man.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. If you don't know that, and you don't know that nigga, you don't know Tulsa. Stop asking about that shit, man. That's another thing I hate about people. Like when they interview you, bro. I see your interviews, man, and it's just like, I feel like people don't, the only people that really get into your background as far as not only how you was raised and who raised you, but, you know what I'm saying, they don't get where you got, like, okay, you are a musical artist. Where did you get that from?
Man, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Where's your influences from? What did you grow up listening to?
So, my dad played bass, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And my mom sung in a praise team.
Oh, so it was jamming in the house all the time.
You know what I'm saying? So I grew up with that kind of musical background. My dad was pretty thorough at the bass. You know what I'm saying?
He on that Ricky Smiley waiting on the jaw, like,
So like with that, I grew up in gospel music. You know what I'm saying? Like the gospel music, R&B. It wasn't that much rap until like I would go with my cousin's house.
Exactly.
Had the big ass CD booklet.
Oh yeah.
And
organized. Got the cover.
Yeah, cover.
And CD behind it.
Exactly.
That's
A to Z, just stacks of them, like 100 packs. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just flipping through. And they had the little they had the 5-disc CD stereo. You know what I'm saying? In the living room. So.
Hey, when your shit miss and you gotta go all the way back around with it.
So on me. Like, So that was like with that, having just the box, you know what I'm saying, watching the box, and then having that access to my cousin's CD. That was
a good ass time, man.
Yeah, having that access got me into like rap.
Do you know, I remember you said that, and when I thought about it, bro, I was like, when you really think about it, the box was like the first social media, music social media. Because you would hope that somebody like, oh, Thuggish Records Bone. Who the fuck picked Macarenas? Like, you know what I'm saying?
But you didn't. That's crazy because you used to wonder like, who the fuck called this? I wish we could like know who was actually choosing. That would have been.
I was like, if you just had the
name, knew, like you know what I'm saying. If we like had the number at least, they showed the phone number.
Yeah. That's why I said that type of era was always it. And like you said, man, like you grew up around gospel. I did too, straight up in the church. You know what I'm saying? Bible school, you know what I'm saying? Choir rehearsal, all that. You know what I'm saying? But like, what was your early, rap influences? I remember you told me something like Jay-Z, Biggie.
Man, on my own, it was Jay-Z. But just what I was hearing at home all the time was Fugees, a lot of Fugees, a lot of MC Hammer, a lot of 69 Boys, a lot of Outkast.
I'm talking about that's that outside party shit right there. You know what I'm saying?
So, a lot of Timbaland and Magoo, like all that gold mine. You know what I'm saying? A lot of gold mine shit.
Outkast.
Yeah, my grandma's house. You know what I'm saying? That was the house party house with family reunions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that was the music. You know what I'm saying? Party music. That's why my music is how it sound. You know what I'm saying? How it's so barbecue. It feels so barbecue friendly.
That shit marinate, man.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where that come from. Just growing up in that, and I try to like not mimic it, but I just try to just
like just put your put your flavor on.
That's how I was brought up.
That's good, man. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Because I feel like with the kids today, they don't study their history too much. Of course, kids gonna go to Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Gucci, all that. But when I look at like your lineage of like on your discography, bro, it's like all shit that you can vibe to.
You can kind of tell. You know what I'm saying? I want you to kind of tell that you know.
It's like you telling the story. In every song, like my favorite shit right now. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I know it's called
Shine bright like a diamond. Yeah. No pinky ring.
Break yourself, I'm taking what you owe me. Diamonds on me, bitch, I'm dicky rolling.
Y'all need to hit that as soon as possible. If you ain't got on it, stream it at all costs. But I'm telling you, I call it stuck on Black Wall Street, bro, because I can't get off them records, bro. Diamonds, silver and gold, bro. I'm talking about I bang that every morning when I'm cleaning up, when I'm cooking. It's just like, it's something I can vibe to, bro. And it ain't too much stuff like that out. You know what I'm saying? Especially local. Right. Because, as we were talking, I was like, Mike, it was just like, a lot of people feel like they have to portray an image. And I feel like I'm gonna just go out on a limb and just say, this is my opinion, but I feel like, bro, in the Mount Rushmore of Tulsa niggas, bro, Tulsa rappers, bro, you are on that. Just not only what the pedigree of stuff that you have put out, but just how you hold Tulsa up, bro. Yeah. You ain't never talking about you don't fuck with these type of niggas. Like if they went down and do good music, it seemed like you down and do good music with
right. Like I said, bro, that's where I was brought up around a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? A lot of family oriented stuff. Mm-hmm. A lot of like I said, church events and family events and rodeos, and I was always around just a big amount of black people partying all the time. I just remember that growing up all the time, just being in that element a lot. But outside of that element, I still stayed in the neighborhoods where I would see street shit, I would see real shit, I would see fiends and dope and gangsters.
Just see what you don't want.
Like I see shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just ride my bike and being a kid playing outside, you would see what you would see. But what I was raised in, you know what I'm saying? That's the music you get. You get me talking about that trying to change what I see. And my foundation that I give you is the stuff that I'm raised in. So that's really what my music is about.
I definitely like, and it's crazy because I've known you for a while, bro. But when I first got on you, I was at NEO, and I put it in the Old Boy CD. And What You Rockin' came on. And I remember in an interview you said, the whole boom boom baps, you really couldn't see yourself. You could do it, but you just don't do it. I was like, I'll be damned if he say that, because then you and Jay Friday, shout out Jay Friday. Y'all niggas had y'all bars, Gutter, Lil Lee, y'all, man, I had that hallway blasting, bro.
So,
but
that was a time, bro.
What year was that?
2000. When Laffy Taffy come out? 05?
Yeah. 06?
06. Yeah, 06. Cause you in NEO, you gotta be a freshman.
Yeah, I was a freshman there.
So it was the summer maybe of 06. I don't think I was in school when that song came out. I'm not sure. But
I actually thought that was y'all's beat.
Bro, so a lot of people thought that was our beat. A lot of people thought we was DSR.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people heard that song. It's people that were kids when that song came out, that rap, that are like 21, 23, that rap right now. They'd be like, bro, that was you. You wouldn't even know the way I rap now. You wouldn't even know that was me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had a whole different...
You had that 06, you had that era type rap.
Yeah.
And it's like you grew up in the music, and your music grew up with you. A lot of niggas can't do that, man.
I wasn't trying to be a rapper back then. and I wasn't trying to be an artist.
But you was, that's what I mean. Like when you say that,
trying to hang with the homies,
and I know you told me,
you know what I'm saying?
You know, even Lil Lee a chef.
Yeah,
and I'm like Lil Lee the jerk. I'm like, okay,
bro. To be honest, to be 100% honest, bro, I quit football.
Mm-hmm.
I transferred from Central, from a black neighborhood, a black school.
Yeah.
And I'm at Union, and I'm like, oh shit, I've never seen this many white people in my life.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So from teachers to, like, I had black teachers, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and I only seen white people here and there. Like, it was a few. At Carver, it was a handful at Carver, it was a handful at Central.
Yeah.
You know
I mean, Hell was probably like the
Union
of Tulsa School.
You know what I'm saying? For real. Helen Memorial, I would say.
Yeah,
you know
definitely.
So it flipped on me from going all black to all white and a handful of blacks.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
that shit is hard, bro.
I'm out there playing football. I'm like, yeah, I want to go to the NFL. I want to go to Michigan. That was my goal. Like, I want to play football. When that goal instantly was like, you know what I'm saying? Once I kind of learned how the sports went.
Yeah.
And the only black people that was at that school that wasn't playing sports was Fontaine, Josh. You know what I'm saying? That rap. They
so
did
that's how
rap.
you linked up with it. And
I just started hanging with them, sitting at their table. Like, I just started fitting myself. I'm like, hey, y'all black. I'm just gonna
I'm gonna just stick with mine.
Y'all, you know what I'm saying? And Keith, shout out to Keith. He's sitting down right now. I talk to Keith every Wednesday.
That boy, man.
Working on the album with
give me a rundown of the original Old Boys.
So it's the original is Gutter Fontaine. You know what I'm saying? You got QS Keith. You got Lil Lee. You got Corey Pimp C. You got G Money, which is Steven. You got Rafe. You got me. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all had a DSR lineup.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm talking about, I did not know that y'all could do that. Because going to a white school in Tulsa ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? Especially Union. Everybody know that. That shit's hard.
It was I'm glad I did it. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said.
Nigga, I got detention for arguing with a white girl. Okay. Like, come on, bro.
So,
come on.
I'm glad I did it, bro. Like I said, I met some people that I'm gonna know forever. You know what I'm saying? From there, which is the Old Boys. And
exactly.
Just how they not really. It was like getting jumped in, bro. I just happened to be walking to they freestyle circle that they do in the parking lot, and they just start rapping at me and ragging on me and just rapping, and everybody laughing, and I'm like, all right, I can rag. I already can rag. Just by just now. You know what I'm saying? So I just gotta make it rhyme today. So I rag back, and they like, oh yeah, nigga, you in? You so slick. So now I'm a rapper, mama.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm an old boy, so I was like, shit, I can do this. I always been a writer, you know what I'm saying? I always wrote stories and stuff like that. Like, if YouTube was a thing back in the day, I would have been one of them kids that just plays with toys and make stories,
make their
scenarios,
the way they making that money.
That would have been me, bro. That's what I used to do.
I'm still trying to buy my sister toys just to do that. Like, you know,
that would have been me. I would have set up a camera, and I would have. I had sagas of toys and like chapters. I'll write, narrate my own shit, and just play with toys all day, and just write stories about shit. In my treehouse or in my backyard, in the shed or whatever, just in some secluded area in my house.
That's what I mean.
I got a whole little thing going on. So that would have been me if YouTube and we had access to stuff like that. Had that came. So, but you know what I'm saying? With going to Union and shit like that, just meeting people like, all right, it's a niggas naturally stick together is what it kind of showed me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, all right,
it's like prison. You got it.
That's how I was walking through I remember walking through the lunch like, bro, where am I gonna sit?
It's thousands of people, bro.
A sea of people, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just sit with y'all, bro. I just laughing, niggas. Niggas
just started eating fries,
just trying to get in the mix. And, but yeah, bro, that was a time, bro. Like, what you rocking? If viral was a thing, that would have been a viral record. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, when I tell you, I had a homie come running down the hallway. He's like, "Who that?" I'm like, "It's my boy." Like, you know what I'm saying? Josh, Lil Lee, you know, all that whoop whoop. And he was like, "Nah, man." He was like, "That beat, it was a like a melodic beat. It was like a slow beat." And I want to say his name was Alex
B.
Rest in peace, man. That I met him at NEO, bro. He said, "I made that song, bro. Like that's me, man." And I was like, "Nah,
that's Friday's cousin."
And he was like, "Jay Friday, that's my cousin." I'm like, "Oh." And he sung it for me. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, okay,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You remember the song I'm talking about? It's so.
This song, loving somebody.
Yeah, that's it. Matter of fact, real quick, Gutter, if you don't release that motherfucking CD, man, I swear to God,
I remember that.
You are holding us up.
So that was the first song that I would play at home, loud.
That shit was,
and that was the first song that my mom's came out the room and was like, "Who was that?" And I was like, "Man, that's us." Like, you know what I'm saying? And she was like,
"Yeah."
Okay. Like that's one memory that with our music that I have about my mom liking my music. I don't think that she didn't care or pay attention. It was like you know what I'm saying? Like, my son trying to be, he going through a rap phase. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But like,
exactly.
When I remember playing that loud throughout the house, and I remember her like,
just like,
this is good.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
Like
Listen, that's that Alex B, and that it was Gutter. I think Josh on there, and Alex B and Jay Friday, bro.
And so, you know, it
was cold.
That's why I always said, like, you know, listening to that, I learned that, like, you had, like, it's like you had a way of just describing shit, bro. It's like in your lyrics, man. It was always like you had a punchline every time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing dull about your lyrics on any song that I heard.
Yeah.
And I just thought that
it's a method.
It's crazy. I mean, to see that you did that for fun, it's just, it baffles me even to this day, bro. And that's why I always stick. If I hear that CD or, you know, hear about it and it's out, I'm trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, it can still sell today.
I believe
you know what I'm saying?
I believe
and I believe that y'all really did history, man. And it's just, it's a lot of stuff that I believe that you are still doing, which I wanted to touch on, like, you know what I'm saying, Black Wall Street, man.
It all started with one. It all started with one.
You filling in the gap for people who ain't heard or just didn't want to listen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen people that, you know, when I went to World Culture Fest, bro, I was like, damn, like, my niggas out here rapping and Slick Rick is on the stage, and I'm like, nigga, what? I never thought I'd see that, bro. And it blew my fucking mind. I'm telling my boy, I'm like, bro, this nigga made it. Like, he done made it, bro. But I wanted just to ask, like, you know what I'm saying, how much influence did Black Wall Street have on you?
So I found out about Black Wall Street 2009 or 10.
Yeah.
Whenever Game and G Unit was beefing, and Game did the 300 bars it was just going out.
300 bars and running.
So at the end of one of those songs, he had a whole mixtape just going in.
Oh yeah.
So at the end of one of those songs, a guy get on the end of it. Black Wall Street, Brazil and Wimbledon. It's Black Wall Street. Fuck G on it. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Black Wall Street. I'm going with Black Wall Street. I'm a Game fan. I thought documentary.
Yeah.
I'm rolling with Game. You know what I'm saying? But on my YouTube, I'm sitting at home just listening to it on my PS3, right?
Yeah.
And I'm on YouTube. So I noticed on my YouTube the related searches. It says Tulsa 1921 Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? Race Massacre is what it says. It's a little documentary. It's still up, bro. Yeah. Click it, bro. I'm smoking. I'm at the house. You know what I'm saying? I stayed on Riverside at Legacy. Legacy, they knocked it down. It's a parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
Now for a regular gathering place.
Yeah, we remember that.
So I'm in there just smoking and I'm watching it, bro. And I'm just like, I went to Carver, bro. You know what I'm saying? I went to Carver on Greenwood. Greenwood. My cousin stayed on Greenwood. My best friend stayed on Greenwood. And I've been to the Culture Center and Juneteenth, Martin Luther King Parade.
Yeah.
I've been heavily involved.
That's rituals.
So I always knew Greenwood was a historic black neighborhood.
Yes.
But I didn't know the history. So I'm watching this shit and I'm just like, hell nah. Like,
yeah. Like that's
why
impossible.
I ain't never know this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did I never know this? Right. So I remember getting upset, bro, that I didn't know it. Yeah. That I grew up and been around this and always complained that it wasn't shit out north. Was always my complaint.
Yes,
it ain't shit out north. Yeah. It ain't nothing to do. That's why when I got the union, I was so wild and free because I just felt like I had
off campus lunch.
Felt like unchained and free, bro. Yeah. Like, you know, even just for places that I don't even go to. Yeah, bro. Just just little shit. So just learning about it. Like, damn, this is where I came from. Like, my family probably had it cracking. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like we doing now. Like, I just feel like traditions and spirits follow. So my family is doing shit now. They had to be doing shit two grandmas ago. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it just it changed me, bro. Like that changed my music a lot. Yeah. To where I knew we finally had something that the world could listen to and want to feel like they from. Like when we listen to a nigga from California or a nigga from Houston or a rapper from Atlanta or a rapper from New York. I felt like we finally had something that they could be like, damn, I can listen to this. Yeah. Because what else would make somebody want to listen to a rapper from Tulsa? They wasn't I felt like nobody was thinking about here. What would even make you want to care? You know what I'm saying? Like, and Big Crit being one of your favorite rappers, he would talk about that a lot. Like, niggas want to give a fuck about Mississippi. Nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
I didn't think about that real quick. Not even know to get on it, but I didn't find about Big Crit. I went down to Mississippi to visit my mom and my newborn sister. Came back home and I got the CD from Gutter. Yeah. And I was like, you mean tell me I was in this state?
And nobody said nothing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. So learning that, like, bro, that was one of the biggest influences of my music.
And that's what I was gonna say.
Just to get a city a foundation. I'm like, all right, bet. Let me create a fucking scene. So when people come here, like, if I went to Dallas, I want to go to Rudy's Chicken. I want to go to Big T.
Exactly.
I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I want to do what Dallas locals do. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I wanted to give Tulsa a presence after I learned that. Like, everybody should know Tulsa ain't this boring ass city that y'all think
cow town.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So let me change my music and create that scene.
And I felt like that. Was that the driving point to in your albums to give them a scene of, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, everywhere these rappers are from, we know about South Central. We know about, Crenshaw. We know about all that scenery-wise. Yeah. And it's like when I hear visions from Tinsdale.
These are my visions from the Tinsdale. These are my visions from the Tinsdale.
That shit,
that was the one that I wanted to do it for.
It's like you really putting it out there.
That started it. I knew everybody raps. I just didn't want it to be misrepresented. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, telling the story is one thing, but if you're not up here to tell it, it's gonna fall on deaf ears. So you know what I'm saying? So it's one thing to tell the story, but it's like, okay, I gotta get to the top spot to tell the story. Otherwise it ain't gonna be shit. You just gonna be yelling.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
So it was just one of them things, or somebody else is gonna that ain't from here, something that's gonna come rapping about Black Wall Street. Yeah, and we ain't gonna be able to tell our own story. Bad. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because it ain't nothing worse than somebody. We have. I tell people all the time, man. We have been having our story told as Black people by other people for too long. Yeah. I shouldn't have to go to a class and find out that the only Black history teachers in this school is white.
Yeah. So
you tell me like
it's a real thing,
you know
bro. That was my drive. You know what I'm saying? My drive was like, I want to tell the story before somebody else do it that ain't actually from here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They ain't never been here, no history here, no relatives, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? So not to say that I'm telling it right or perfectly. I told it out my eyes and how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm from here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Speak from this.
That's what I'm talking about.
But yeah, bro, Vision from the Tinsdale and Born on Black Wall Street, those were two
major
that helped form a map, a guide, you know what I'm saying, for North Charleston and where to go.
But in that sense, though, where do you feel like, because I know you don't lean too much on your, like, you know, favorites of your music. I know how you feel about that. But I still remember begging for So Far So Good.
Yeah. This is how I'm living. I wonder if somebody feel my shit. So good. We gon' get.
And when I got it, I was like, thank you, Jesus. But then I was just like, you moved on. Like, it's just like you just took flight on it. And I was like, there's stuff that you, like, people really don't know that's in your bag.
So Potential and So Far So Good I didn't move on from it. Those is just like.
Well, what about the Air District?
Or
I didn't know what the hell that was.
So the Air District is my was Photonist Tones Beats, which is my cousin. So I got named Will and my bro Papa. You know what I'm saying? These are like my day one niggas with this rap shit.
Yeah.
So after Old Boys, not after Old Boys, we just a family. Like, as far as the rapping, the music of it.
Yeah, you just took a different direction.
You know what I'm saying? I just linked up with niggas that I knew before I got out here. I ran into Tone at Best Buy. And I'm like, damn, nigga, I ain't seen you in years, nigga. You rap.
That's how Tone would be.
Like, nigga, I'm about to go to the studio down the street. Nigga, I'm like, shit. So we just linked up and got back pushing. You know what I'm saying? Just people I've been knowing since I was kids that I grew up with. And we, somebody to just take it that want it as bad as you. You know what I'm saying? That wants to be a creative in hip-hop and love hip-hop and wants to, you know what I'm saying, just push their art as bad as you. And finding people like that was cool. So I was like, damn, I got that. Those sessions helped me kind of form that potential in that So Far So Good. We was just trying to find who we were. You know what I'm saying?
And I could tell.
We were so like outcasted and so different, so skateboardy or whatever they wanted to put us in. We was just trying to find our sound out here in our element because we didn't want to rap about Tulsa. We didn't even want to be from here no more.
Yeah, because I mean Tulsa, you got it right. Time, they will put you down.
Yeah,
but
we didn't want to be from here. We tried
it's
to
like the city version of the Apollo. Like,
we wanted to leave so much, bro. It's crazy that me rapping about here turned into something. You know what I'm saying? Because
I believe that.
I tell people all the time, I hated it, and people didn't fuck with me in my music. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just doing my own thing.
I didn't want to. I was tired of the thug town, and I was tired of the regular cliche shit, and shit getting shot up all the time, and niggas shooting each other, and everything was just dark and blah blah blah. And I was just tired, so we just distanced ourselves from that with the DR District. We like distanced our parties, we distanced our shows, we distanced our music. We just separated ourselves from all that shit, bro, and was trying to like craft our sound and just be artists and not really care about Tulsa so much. And then
that's what I feel
like it just clicked. I was like, I don't have to rap about Thug Town shit. Like, to be from out
you don't have
you know what I'm saying? I don't have to rap about street shit to be from out north. I don't have to rap about this. I thought you had to at one point. You know what I'm saying? I thought
that's the dopest thing to see that you saw that you could do this and potentially go that way, but you was just like, nah, I'm gonna just stay the course.
Outkast, music like Outkast. It's the early Kendrick Lamar, how he was rapping about Compton and
Cadillac music.
Early Kendrick, bro, he was rapping about like, I'm from Compton, but I ain't from the Compton. Y'all.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, everybody thought Kendrick was like, Crip. You know, he was Crip. And then when they saw him with the Bloods, they was just like.
Yeah,
that's why I say people don't know.
Don Kennedy, Currency, Crit, early Wiz, like that was all we was listening to, bro. We wanted to be like
that's
them.
Influence, right?
You know what I'm saying? We wanted to be like them niggas. So that's what we was kind of in that lane with our music, and so once I start telling the story though, and incorporating Black Wall Street, I would always just touch on it in my raps in that era of potential and so far so good, but. Yeah. Once I like visits from the Tinsdale, I was like, shit, I'm about to talk about Tulsa, bro. Somebody gotta step into this.
Cause I'm like, bro, if you've never been on the bridge and thrown rocks off that motherfucker,
I just wanted to be exactly. I wanted
taking a ride down that motherfucker.
Yeah,
like you,
I wanted to be out
and
there.
I can't remember. I think you. I hate that I don't know the name of the song, but that one where you talking, I think it's Pine and something, but you just taking us on a drive, and I know exactly where you're going. Yeah.
Just another sunny day on the north side. Where it's feeling so good without a cloud in the sky.
I love that, bro, and especially live. I loved it live, bro. It go hard, and I was just like, the way you take that story, man. I want to play a little game with you. We're gonna ease the tension. We're gonna play a little game with you. Is Utah something night? Okay, we're gonna see. Best barbecue in Tulsa
is Josh Lee. So the best barbecue in Tulsa isn't made in a restaurant. I always have this conversation.
Now we have three that people follow on.
Oklahoma style is the shit.
No.
Oklahoma style is the shit.
Just because they give you bread don't mean they the shit.
I like Elmer's.
Elmer's is the ultimate.
I like Branco. I like Elmer's. And I like Oklahoma style. If we're going to go with a business.
Okay.
If we're going to go with a business, I like Oklahoma style.
Yeah.
I grew up on Oklahoma style. I stayed right by the old Oklahoma style. So
I just don't like the sauce.
I'm sorry. I'm
going
to be biased.
And the bread.
I'm gonna be biased because I grew up and I've been eating there since they was in the old business.
Okay.
So
and the homie love that shit too. I hate when he want to pick that. I was like, let's go to Elmer's, man. I paid it. I paid it.
Elmer's is up there.
It's up there, bro. It's history.
If we got three.
Why is it that you think people don't mention Wilson's though?
Probably because they shut down in this era of Facebook and
they just didn't want to follow
easier promotion. You know what I'm saying?
Because I can go in Elmer's, bro, and it's white people in there. Like I'm like, what are you doing there?
If Wilson's was open right now on Apache with that little
right
like a club,
it
look like a club.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wilson's looks like a club. If it was open right now, bro, Apache would be lit.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Tasty Freeze to the burger.
I just had this conversation. I was a Tasty Freeze.
Oh, you gonna say the burger, bro?
I got turned on to the burger by Malion while Malion is the engineer for Vision from the Tinsdale. He turned me on to the burger while we was recording that album. I was a Tasty Freeze guy.
Tasty Freeze is just that special. Let me get that special.
The burger is better than Tasty Freeze.
It's not, man. I don't think so. I feel like it's more of a Whataburger, bro. That's what I feel like the burger is. I love the burger, but it's just like it's a Whataburger. Like
Whataburger is fire.
I can't fuck with it, and I hate anybody that put mandatory mustard. Like, no, don't do that. Like, let me choose. And I feel like Tasty Free, I love an attitude. What do you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Bad customer service.
That's what I'm saying. Now,
I like Tasty Free still, but the burger is first. I'll go to the burger first every time.
I'm going to hit you with a hard one. Mr. Gibbs or the Neighborhood Candy Lady?
I've had both.
the neighborhood candy lady was easier for me to get to.
Yep. She always had a pop machine.
I would only go to. So, I've only been to Gibbs a select few times because as a kid, from walking from Tone's house on 42nd Street all the way to 46 was a journey.
Yeah.
Not only was it a journey, it wasn't safe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Never safe out, no boy.
So,
I'm talking about morning,
being a
noon,
kid,
night.
9, 10, 11, 12, walking down Hartford to go get some candy was a journey. The candy lady was like right there. You know what I'm saying? So, but Gibbs for the culture though, you know what I'm saying? But
that's
the candy lady for the culture.
But I'm saying though, you can go into Gibbs with $1 and be balling.
Right. That was just the historical.
And then Mr. Gibbs be like, "Hey, what you got? What you got?"
Right.
All right, here, I can see.
This is the landmark, bro.
I feel like it fell off.
I shouted Gibbs out. I shouted Gibbs out just to give people just to let people know where the landmarks were.
Yes,
like, people just needed to know where the landmarks was just to get a city identity on music.
I'm so glad. 28. That's what I'm talking about, man. This is Kingz Podcast, man. It's your boy Dezo, man. I'll see y'all next time, all right, man?
Appreciate it, bro.
And in case you forgot, I'm a king.